What's going on, guys? It's Jerome back at it again with another episode of NBA Kicks, the show where we count down the top 10 best sneakers in the NBA every single week of the season. Last week, I asked you guys to tell me where you are watching the show from, and I gotta tell you guys, you all absolutely killed it with the comments. We had over 600 comments with people chiming in from all over the world: Zambia, Trinidad, Kenya, South Sudan, Portugal, Germany, Poland, the Faroe Islands. That's a crazy one. We had India, we had Croatia, and we even had one Filipino fan who's watching all the way from the UK. Thank you guys so much for watching the show. I had a ton of fun just reading all the comments and seeing where you guys are watching the show from. So I thought I would do another question, which you guys can answer in the comment section below. And that question is, what is your home court called? Like the basketball court that you either grew up playing at or are currently even playing in, what is that court called? It could be a gym, a park, a court. It could be a local nickname for a court. Just let me know what your home court is. For me, it's a court called 505. That's where I grew up playing basketball. That's where I learned the game. I had a lot of battles on that court. I have a ton of memories. 505, Lahaina, Hawaii. That is my home court. Let me know what yours is in the comment section below. And of course, enjoy this week's episode of NBA Kicks. Starting off the list at number 10, we have Montrezl Harrell with the Fusion 20s. Today, we're starting off the list with a sneaker that was hated, despised, and quite frankly, something that nobody asked for. But if I've learned anything over the years, is that nostalgia is king, and it can heal pretty much any scar or wound. The Fusion 20 from Jordan Brand was exactly what they're called. They're a fusion of the Air Jordan 20s and the Air Force One. In a way, this was a precursor to the Protro or Restomage strategy of taking a new or old silhouette and tweaking its performance with new, or in this case, old technology. Unfortunately, that idea was a failure back in 2008 when these originally came out, but 14 years later, just seeing these on the court give me extremely nostalgic memories, and I couldn't help but put on a smile when I saw Montrezl rock these during his game against the Nets. But let's be real, guys, this still looks like a sneaker that you would find at Walmart or like a super sketchy Chinese website. Next up at number 9, we have Cole Anthony with the Exhibit A from Adidas. Cole Anthony rocks a custom colorway of the Exhibit A's, but it's got a twist to it. Now, normally the Exhibit A's are actually a low-top women's model. However, a mid-top version of the silhouette does exist, and it looks like Cole Anthony took an all-white colorway of the Exhibit A's and commissioned a Mewtwo custom, complete with the blue, purple, and pink color scheme. And of course, it fires off all those nostalgia vibes, which is more than enough to get a mention. And don't worry, I did not forget to mention that Mew is featured on the left shoe, which is a nice little detail from shoe customizer Fat Calves, who has also done a few other customs for Cole this season as well. Also, leave a like on this video if you've never caught a Mew or a Mewtwo in any Pokemon game. I've never caught one, so I'll be leaving a like with you. Next up at number 8, we have Jose Alvarado with the Peak DH3. Okay, so there's a lot going on here with this one, and I'll do my best to try to explain it to you guys, but odds are you're probably just gonna end up being just as confused as I am. First of all, yes, Jose Alvarado has been signed with Peak, and in my opinion, I love this. Fringe guys like Alvarado, who aren't necessarily stars, but get a lot of attention in the media and on social media, do deserve brand deals like this. So I am happy for Jose in that regard. However, the shoe that he's rocking are the DH3s, which is a Dwight Howard signature sneaker from like 4 years ago. So A, why is he rocking something that's so old and dated? And B, isn't it kind of odd that he's rocking a sneaker designed specifically for a big man when obviously Jose is more of a smaller guard type player. Yeah, I can't really explain it, but hopefully as we get further into the season, Peak gets him into something a little bit more current. But who knows, maybe Jose Alvarado just really likes the DH3, which is fine. But come on, Peak, get your boy in your latest and greatest. Coming in at number 7, we have Derrick Rose with the Adi Zero Rose 1.5 low. Now, we featured the Resto Mod Derrick Rose line from Adidas this season already. However, they've always been on the feet of other players. But now, Derrick Rose himself is rocking one of the most iconic Derrick Rose sneakers of all time, and it just feels right. As I've said before, the Rose 1.5s are my favorite Derrick Rose sneaker of all time. And while I am more partial to the high top version of the silhouette, the lows are still a clean look, and the white, black, and red Bulls colorway is nothing short of iconic. Man, I don't want to be a downer, but man, prime Derrick Rose was just the best, man. I mean, just seeing these on the court again, on Derrick Rose's feet, is bringing back so many memories for me. And that, to me, is enough to earn a spot on this week's list. It might not be for you, but for me, it's totally worth it. Next up at number 6, we have Klay Thompson with the Anta KT8. Klay Thompson has 8 signature sneakers. I mean, think about that. Let that sink in. Okay, now that it's sunk in, let's talk about this new colorway, which you guessed it, is inspired by Chinese New Year. Using a very nice color scheme with hints of white, gold, and a peachish orange, this colorway is complemented with some patterns on the upper and branding, while the tongue features some Chinese characters. Overall, this is just a really clean colorway that, to me, showcases the silhouette's shape and design, which isn't too shabby in itself, creating an overall package that is super clean, and personally, I think a lot cleaner than some other signature sneakers. I'm not gonna name any names, but I will give Anta and Klay Thompson their respect here. The KT8 looks like an awesome sneaker, and this colorway is a winner. Next up at number 5, we have Jimmy Butler with the Li Ning JB1. Li Ning drops a Chinese New Year colorway of one of their signature sneakers, which could only mean one thing: we got ourselves a sneaker battle. Personally, I'm a fan of Jimmy Butler's Chinese New Year colorway because you got a lot more color, and of course, the red and metallic gold color scheme is very reminiscent of my favorite football team, the 49ers, and the pattern on the upper really pops for me. And if you take a close look, you can even see that Li Ning has integrated Jimmy Butler's signature logo into that pattern as well. Let me know which of these Chinese New Year colorways you guys like more down below. I could see the case for Klay's being a little bit cleaner, but personally, like I said, I'm gonna side with Jimmy Butler and Li Ning on this one. And yes, you heard that right, I am a 49ers fan, so all you Philly natives and Eagles fans, congratulations, I'm super happy for you. Next up at number 4, we have Josh Giddey with the Kobe 6. Nike is teasing us all with the eventual upcoming releases of various Kobe Bryant colorways and silhouettes. I mean, they just announced that the reverse Grinches will be dropping during holiday 2023, but hopefully we get a couple more releases before that, kind of like the ones that Josh Giddey rocked in his game against the Cavs. Using a pretty basic orange and white color scheme, this colorway could be inspired by the WNBA. I know Kobe was a huge fan of the league, or maybe this is simply just an orange and white colorway, which if it is, I love it. I'm a huge fan of Hunter Orange. These will go perfectly with my orange Carhartt beanie. So Nike, I plead to you, please release these before holiday 2023, because that is just way too long to have an opportunity of missing out on a pair of Kobe's on the sneakers app. Next up at number 3, we have PJ Tucker, the Sneaker King with the Air Jordan 14. The Sneaker King strikes again with yet another extremely exclusive sneaker. As you can see here, this is an Oregon Ducks inspired PE of the Air Jordan 14, complete with a Ducks logo on the emblem, as well as shades of green and yellow with white accents to complement the look. Only 275 pairs of this exact colorway exist in the world, and PJ Tucker has one of them. Even though he's not a Ducks alumni, and you can't even find these on the aftermarket, which essentially makes this colorway priceless. Who are we kidding though? If anyone has a connection, it's PJ Tucker. So I would never overlook his ability to cop a particular sneaker. But in other news, he also rocked his own player exclusive colorway of the GT Cut 2s, which feature his signature logo on the tongue, which I believe is the first time that we've ever seen it. Let me know what you guys think about this logo. I know you guys love chiming in on that. For me personally, when I first saw these, honestly, I thought of Korean barbecue. I know I can't be the only one, so go ahead and keep me company in the comment section below. Coming in as our runner-up, we got LeBron James with the LeBron 20. LeBron James rocks a mismatched pair of his 20th signature silhouette, which honestly might be the best colorway of the LeBron 20 that we've seen thus far. Using a hot and cold color scheme with crimson on the right and blue on the left, this colorway is rounded out with some colorful hints throughout, as well as a black swoosh which helps keep things grounded. This is one of those colorways that look a lot better from far away, as they really stand out on the court. And while I was watching the Lakers take on the Grizzlies, this is one of the first things that I noticed. Personally, I think this is the best colorway of the LeBron 20 that we've seen all season long, but I know Nike is gearing up for All-Star Weekend. They always bring out like the best kicks during that weekend. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you don't miss our All-Star Weekend special. That's always one of the biggest videos of the year for us. And of course, if you're a sneaker fan, I mean, it's a given. All-Star Weekend is the best time of year. Finally, at number 1, we have Jared Vanderbilt with the Nike PG6. Jared Vanderbilt rocks what is probably the best collaboration of the entire season. The Nike x Hot Wheel PG6s are both playful and nostalgic, with their red and blue gradient upper, which is just absolutely exquisite. There's also a checkered flag on the tongue, and of course, Hot Wheels inspired Nike swoosh, which is just absolutely incredible. Everything is rounded out with a white and orange outsole, which kind of feels like a missed opportunity. Personally, I think a black outsole to mimic car tires would have been more fitting, but I can't argue with the overall cleanliness of the look. And at the end of the day, these PG6s are just one of the best sneakers that I've seen all season long. Now, while these are a collaboration, they're actually not that hard to get. They're going for a pretty decent price on the aftermarket, which is just great news if you're a fan of Hot Wheels or the PG6s in general. And I think it would make a great addition in anyone's collection, as I'm now officially crowning them the best sneaker worn in the NBA during week 9 of the 2022-23 season. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this week's episode of NBA Kicks, which if you did, drop your boy a like because it helps me out a lot. And don't forget to let me know the name of your home court or gym in the comment section below. And of course, if you're not subscribed already, subscribe to the channel for more sneaker related content just like this. My name is Jaron. It's been great having you. Catch you guys in next week's episode. Peace.